For as long as anyone could remember, the people of Atheris had believed only one truth. No one survives beneath the clouds. It wasn't a rumor or an old legend. It was the law of the kingdom. Children grew up hearing that the world below had been consumed by darkness long ago.
You're untouched.
And anyone who fell from the sky would never return. No one questioned those stories because no one had ever come back to prove otherwise. Among all the knights who protected the kingdom, one name stood above the rest: Kale. He wasn't loud, proud, or hungry for glory. He rarely spoke unless necessary, never celebrated his victories, and never cared about titles. Every battle ended the same way. Kale returned victorious, while everyone else wondered how one knight could become stronger every year. The people admired him because he protected them without asking for anything in return. But while the citizens saw a hero, the royal council saw something very different. Every victory made Kale more respected, and every passing year made him harder to control. Hidden deep inside the royal archives was a prophecy that only the council knew. It spoke of a black-armored knight whose strength would one day surpass every ruler in the sky. The prophecy never claimed he would destroy the kingdom, but fear made the council believe he eventually could. They reached a simple conclusion. If Kale remained alive, one day no king would be powerful enough to command him. So they made a decision that would change history, not to imprison him, not to exile him, but to erase him forever. Several days later, the council announced that an ancient relic had appeared near the edge of the kingdom. They declared it a danger to every floating city and ordered Kale to investigate alone. Trusting the rulers he had served all his life, Kale accepted the mission without hesitation. When he reached the forgotten stone platform suspended above the endless clouds, everything was strangely silent. There was no enemy waiting for him, no monster, no army. Before he could understand why, heavy enchanted chains burst from beneath the ancient floor, locking around his arms and legs. Kale struggled with all his strength, but the chains had been forged for only one purpose: to hold the kingdom's strongest knight. He looked upward. The royal council stood watching from a distant balcony. No one moved to help him. No one spoke in his defense. The High Chancellor slowly raised his hand. With a single command, the ancient platform cracked apart beneath Kale's feet. From the first time in his life, the knight who had protected the entire kingdom had nothing left to stand on. As he disappeared beneath the endless sea of clouds, the council watched in complete silence. They believed the fall itself would finish what no sword ever could. By sunset, the kingdom received only one announcement. Sir Kale fell while carrying out his final mission. His sacrifice saved the kingdom. The bells rang in his honor. The people mourned a hero. But far below the clouds, Kale was still falling, and no one in the kingdom knew that the story they had believed for generations was a lie. Kale plummeted through the endless clouds with nothing beneath him but open sky. Then, the clouds ended. The world below appeared before him. Several moments passed. A hand slowly pushed against the ground. Kale was alive, but he had survived. Struggling to his feet, he looked back toward the sky. The floating kingdom had vanished behind the endless clouds. There was no way back. Before he could gather his thoughts, strange voices echoed through the forest.
If you enjoy, please subscribe and like for part 2.